come to recognize that whatever is done above, is also done below. Whatever functions are executed in the spirit realm, will be replicated in the physical realm. This is law. Those who lived before you have left their genetic imprint in you. Your physical body shows their genetic qualities. Your behavior is reflective of these qualities. Who are you descendant of, essentially? Should you not then show the qualities, and consciously engage in behavior, which is reflective of your progenitor/progenitress, the great ancestral spirit? This is culture. The embracing of harmony. The way is then open to union. A Furikanu/Afurikite are the heiresses/heirs of spirit, thus your inheritance is that of the law and culture of the Supreme Being. You will die, only when the Supreme Being dies. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation is the cycle by which water is drawn into heaven and falls to rejuvenate earth. It is a process of redistribution. Not only is lake or ocean from which the water is drawn replenished, but the dry earth which requires the benefits of water is also nourished. The water's properties work to regenerate earth functions, resulting in a coming forth or manifestation of that which was in the earth. Spirit raining down in this form thus renews the potential for growth subsisting in earth. This is libation. Is your physical vehicle of earth? Does it not contain copper, iron, zinc, magnesium, and every element that exists in the soil? From the beginning, was not the physical sperm, the ovum, a magnet for your spirit through whose union you became manifest on the physical plane? If spirit rains down in the form of water to nourish earth, and you exist as spirit through earth on the physical plane, then you are nourished by spirit's rain. You are renewed by spirit's rain. Your potential for growth and development is dependent on spirit coming in this form. You need the libation of the goddess. She pours for you. She pours water in your honor. Where is your spirit when it leaves the physical plane? Is some aspect of your spirit attracted to earth? Was not your physical vehicle a miniature earth? If miniature earth had the power to attract and fix your spirit, now that it has totally disintegrated, should not the planet earth have the power to attract and fix your spirit within its cosmic jurisdiction? Have you come yet to consciously expand your awareness of your spirit body beyond the protective, nurturing power of earth, to be nurtured, consciously, under the cosmic jurisdiction of other celestial bodies/powers? Until such time, you are nurtured by earth. Goddess pours libation to nourish earth as part of the cycle of regeneration. She renews the physical potential inherent in earth. Earth then yields fruits for all physical bodies, and you then appropriate a portion of those fruits to feed your physical body. Yet, if the libation of goddess also renews the spiritual potential inherent in earth, then her libation perpetually renews the potential energy of all ancestral spirits, while they are under earth's jurisdiction. Do you not have the right then to appropriate a portion of her libation directed towards renewing the potential inherent in your ancestral spirits, whose fruits of experience and wisdom will renew your awareness and nurture your development? Who speaks against libation? Are you of God? Are God and goddess two sides of the same coin? Are you then of goddess? Should you not pour libation then in honor of the ancestral spirits? If you are of goddess, then you have a right and responsibility to place yourself in the process. It is more than symbolic. Every emanation is a prayer. Every emanation from you is energy vibrating from you into the cosmos. Every word is a sound or collection of sounds. Every sound is a vibration. Every vibration is energy. Each sound and its vibratory wave and rate is representative of an aspect of deity/creative power. Different vibrations generate different colors. Different vibrations generate different forms. Every sound thus generates an image, form and color. Every thought image is an emanation, a vibration, sound, word, a prayer. To emanate one must generate energy. Energy is drawn from the very root of being, the uncreated and infinite matter underlying all things. In order to draw energy from this state, one must consciously merge with this state. She submits. She prostrates. She receives. The energy needed is then able to be drawn out. This energy is what emanates from the individual. He prays. He transmits. He emanates. Your body prays perpetually. As spirit continuously vibrates throughout your physical vehicle, the vibrations emit sounds, ship words, into the universe. Would it not be wise to redirect these emanations? If the ancestral spirits have answers or guidance for you, should you not periodically ship your words, redirect your emanations, out to them, in order to positively provoke their energy, which will in turn be shipped into you? This is ancestral worship. This is evocation. If the deities are the powers within and without your physical vehicle, should you not ship your words, redirect your emanations, into them, so that their energy may be positively provoked and intensified within your physical vehicle, enabling you to overcome some obstacle, physical or spiritual? This is deity worship. This is invocation. Do you not redirect your bodily emanation sounds vibrations every time you speak someone's name, thus provoking a response/energy from the person? Do you not redirect your emanations towards the letters in the pages of the books you read, thus activating the forms of the letters, which affect your consciousness in a manner that informs you? Evocation and invocation are two sides of the same coin. Provocation. Submission passivity engenders receptivity. What is received may be transmitted. Goddess prostrates receives power. God prays sends power. Are you of Goddess/God? Why then do you question provocation? If you are of Goddess/God, then you have the right and the responsibility to evoke/worship the ancestral spirits, invoke/worship the deities, worship the Supreme Being. Provoke/call forth the creative power in order to consciously cultivate it within your own being. Meditation facilitates conscious participation. Through meditation, we transfer our conscious focus from the external plane to the internal planes. We thus come to participate, consciously, in the spirit world, the community of ancestral spirits, deities. Who exists who does not operate on both planes? Does your thought, your spirit, not influence your physiology, physical acts? Should not the thoughts of the ancestral spirits, who remain connected to your physiology/their blood, aim to influence you if they must return through you? Do they not have an interest then in assisting you, your community? We consciously allow different thoughts/spirit energy to direct our physical body and behavior, whether guided or misguided. Should we not consciously allow the ancestral spirits, and their thoughts/energy, to direct our physical body and behavior during ritual, that they may bring a message of wisdom? This is ancestral possession. When you decide to take water into your system, the decision is an act of the will. Yet, as the digestion of this substance is an act which is in harmony with the laws that govern your physiological makeup, this act of will is united with the divine will. The carrying out of this directive is facilitated through power. What moves your arm towards the glass? What directs the glass to the mouth? To possess is to exert influence or control over. Your arm, muscles, nerves, are possessed by the power under the direction of the will. It is the will and power working in concert which possess you to grasp the glass and lift it. This is possession by an unseen power. When the raindrop falls back into the river, it becomes one with the river. It loses its own direction and is now directed by the river's flow. It is possessed by the river. It is the river. When one returns his/her focus of consciousness back to the source of all, he or she becomes one with, or is possessed by this flowing river of being. When one focuses his/her consciousness on a particular aspect or phase of creative power, then one comes to know that phase of power, one possesses that power, becomes dominated by/participates in the power. He or she becomes that power deity. This is deity possession. Do you feel heat in the summer and cold in the winter? Do you feel heat at midday and coolness at midnight? Can all phases of creative power become manifest and dominate space simultaneously, or is the exhibition of creative power phased? Time orders and conditions the cyclical manifestation of all phases of creative power, the deities. Who questions possession? Who exists who is not conditioned by time? To participate in/awaken each phase of divine power is to facilitate union by possession, through time. Our descent is of the ancestral spirits, which by definition includes the deities, for their/our circulage is of the great ancestral spirit. We are possessed of this power at birth. Rhythms. Different powers. God's power manifests through sound/rhythm. Goddess energy manifests through God. We are captivated by this sound. We are animated by this rhythm. We exist through form as this sound/rhythm. You will operate consciously as Goddess/God when you have cultivated the fullness of consciousness and power which lay dormant within you, that which was placed in you by Spirit. Fulfillment occurs then as your Spirit's form is consciously united with Spirit's form. Your power now in conscious harmony with Spirit's power. Meditation, alteration of conscious focus, opens the way, for it is the means by which one becomes open to receive, to possess, the sound/rhythms, powers, of creation. Song and dance are expressive forms of chant, trance, provocation. Song is generation of power, a revelation of sound. The voice vibrations unveil power. Why should this power not be wisely directed towards turning the keys to unlock every phase of creative power? Song is truly ritual. Spirit's ordered movement/vibrations ritualize the song of cosmos. Its harmony is captured and reverberates by/through space perpetually. Should you not seek to hear and echo this song, these sounds, this power? Should you not sing as Spirit sings, directing your voice/vibrations in forms/songs displaying Spirit's harmony, in order to facilitate possession, empowerment? Song as ritual is possession meditation. Dance is generation of power, a revelation of rhythm. The movements wield power. Why should this power not be wisely directed towards opening the doors which will unleash every phase of creative power? Dance is truly ritual. Spirit's ordered movement/rhythm ritualize the dance of cosmos. Its rhythm is displayed by the celestial bodies, by animals, by nature. Should you not seek to absorb and imitate this dance, this movement, this power? Should you not dance as spirit dances, directing your body/movements in form/dances displaying spirit's rhythm, in order to facilitate possession, empowerment? Dance as ritual is possession meditation. Who speaks against song and dance as possession? Ritual song and dance is the earthly replication of cosmic sound and rhythm. It is possession through meditation. Different song forms engender receptivity to specific phases of creative power/deities. Different dance forms engender receptivity to specific phases of creative power/deities. Musical instruments work to mediate and channel the power/deities into the human instrument. You are possessed, perpetually, of spirit's sound/song, spirit's rhythm/dance. Ritual possession meditation is conscious reconnection, union, with goddess/god. One spirit which all things in the universe share. The great spirit which comes into being in the forms of the things it created. It vibrates continuously throughout your physical vehicle. It vibrates continuously throughout the bodies of the entire animal sphere. It vibrates continuously throughout the physical structures of the vegetal sphere. It vibrates continuously throughout the physical structures of the mineral sphere. All created matter in the universe, down to its very subatomic structure and beyond, is permeated by the consciousness of the Mother-Father Supreme Being. The bird is compelled by desire, which is dictated by the forces which formed it. It has no choice but to follow. The cactus lives and dies in accordance with the laws of the forces which created and formed it. It too has no choice but to follow. The mountain is also receptive, totally, to the forces that created and sustain it. It has no choice but to follow. Yet the human has a choice. One choice. The human can choose not to be dominated by that which is not in harmony with divine law. Knowledge of our divinity becomes conscious expression when we exercise this one choice at any given time. Otherwise, the knowledge of our divinity is unconscious. If you have freedom to make a choice, then choose to listen to yourself. For nature talks. Are you of nature? Is your spirit not one with the spirit permeating nature? If spirit vibrates throughout your physical vehicle producing a collection of vibrations unique to your configuration, then can it not be said to do the same with all forms/structures in/as nature? Does the bird have a physical body? Does spirit not vibrate continuously throughout its form? Does the oak tree have a physical body? Does spirit not vibrate continuously throughout its form? Does the mountain or the stream have physical forms? Does spirit not vibrate continuously throughout their forms? Then they all send out emanations. And as they act, they direct their emanations. When they suffer damage, they record and transmit that information as energetic emanations which flood the universe. Nature talks. When the bird decides to take flight, the decision manifests as an energetic emanation, which is sent out into the universe. As the tree grows, it is bombarded with energy emanations from other entities in nature. It absorbs, records, and reverberates these emanations into the cosmos. The mountain and the stream absorb emanations from the vegetal, animal, and human spheres, record, and reverberate them into the cosmos. Sit in front of the tree if you are of goddess/god. For you will be able to ingest its emanations, vibrations, and choose to translate them into your language. Listen to the bird, the mountain, the stream. Their emanations, vibrations are their language. You as human have the ability to consciously absorb and translate their words into your words. Who speaks against nature worship? Spirit exists as nature. You have the right and responsibility to provoke nature's oration so that nature may feed you its lessons. What is the nature of the womb? It must receive and retain, for only then can the function of gestation commence. What is the nature of the spirit womb? Must not the same functions be executed? Where is the spirit womb? Observe the element fire, notice the flame and its corona. Observe the moon, witness its body and its corona. Take notice of the sun, its body, its corona. Hold your palm near to your face. Does your body not generate heat? Is this heat which extends beyond your physical constitution not your corona? Does movement generate heat? Should not heat be generated then as spirit vibrates throughout/as all forms in creation, thus producing a corona surrounding all forms and objects, animate and inanimate? Every form, everybody, has a corona. Can anxiety/thought engender physical stress? Thought originates beyond the corona on the spiritual plane. Thought is spirit, energy vibrations that are conditioned/directed. The corona receives and retains these vibrations from the spiritual plane. If the corona is an energetic extension of the body, should not energy affecting the corona affect the body? Does the reception, retention, and gestation of spirit energy by the human corona not represent the functional properties of the womb? The corona is the spirit womb. Spirit in the form of directed thought conditions impregnates this womb. Is the corona of the inanimate not of the same origin as that of the animate, if the same spirit vibrates through / all forms in creation? Should not the corona of the inanimate act as womb? The womb of the female retains and feeds the energy of the child. The corona of earth naturally retains, drawing the inhabitants to the surface, while it feeds them of its atmospheric elements. The human corona retains conditioned energetic vibrations / thought, from which the brain and body feed. Should not the corona of the talisman, the amulet, be conditioned to retain energetic vibrations, power, until such time as necessary for the power, the vibrational energy, to be provoked, birthed and utilized by the owner? The corona of the sun will disintegrate an object before the object has a chance to reach the body of the sun. The corona of the flame will singe the skin though it is not yet close enough to touch the body of the flame. Why should the corona of the talisman, the amulet, not be ritually conditioned to protect its owner from inimical thoughts, energetic vibrations, projections? The womb protects the child until the child can protect itself. Who speaks against the talisman, the amulet? Do you ornament your body with metals, stones, animal skin? Do you keep objects which hold sentimental value? Talismans, amulets. Goddess/God has conferred divine power upon the inanimate. You have a right and responsibility then to enlist its utility, until you learn to master its generation. Can you see in the dream state? Can you hear in the dream state? Can you taste, touch, smell, desire, in this state? Yet, your body lay motionless in the dark. No sounds, no light, no activity. What then is it that sees, hears, senses, beyond the body? You, as spirit, are living energy. Your soul is your consciousness, it describes the non-physical form which you assume as spirit. Your body is the physical replication of your non-physical form, spirit soul. Is this not true of spirit? Is Goddess/God, as spirit, not the life energy of creation? Does Goddess/God, as soul/consciousness, not determine her/his form? Does Goddess/God, as creatress/creator, spirit soul, not incarnate perpetually, through time, as a multitude of forms in /his creation, the physical world universe? Water passes through air, in the ritual of precipitation, as various drops of water. Creative power passes through time, in the ritual of creation, as various phases of power. Every phase of power performs a primary function, thus revealing its nature, its personality. Every phase of spirit's power is a spirit power, a deity, a goddess or god. Are you not of spirit? Is your procreative power not of creative power? Does your procreative power then not manifest, through the cycle of your lifetime, as various phases of power? Do the various phases of your power perform primary functions, revealing their nature, their personality? Is not every phase of your spirit's power thus a spirit power, a deity, a goddess or god? Creator/creatress creation is one. Spirit matter is one. Soul body is one. How else could creator/creatress manifest in physical form, except the many forms of creative power be received and replicated in /as matter? Is sun not a form of matter, an active expression of creative power? Is ocean not a form of matter, a passive expression of creative power? What of the atmosphere? What of earth? What of your forms? What is your heart, if it is not a form of your body matter, an active expression of your procreative power? What is your blood, if it is not a form of your body matter, a passive expression of your procreative power? What of your corona? What of your organs? You, as spirit matter, are a synthesis of the deities. Creation is ritual incarnation. Does creation not ritualize the incarnation of the great ancestral spirit? Should not procreation then ritualize the incarnation of an ancestral spirit? Does creation not ritualize the incarnation of the spirit powers? Should not sexual activity procreation then be ritual invocation of these incarnate spirit powers? Who questions creation as ritual incarnation? To destroy creation is to reject the deities incarnate in /as creation. To strain and damage your bodily organs, glands, structures, through non-ritual sex procreation, through improper diet and behavior, is to reject the deities incarnate in /as your physical body. Such rejection is the only death. If one interacts with the world and beings who live in the world, and the result of that interaction seems to reveal lessons for your spirit, then that interaction with some beings outside of yourself is an interaction facilitated by the creative part of your spirit. Your divine indwelling intelligence has crafted a lesson for you to learn through tools which do not dwell within you, different people, animals, nature, stars. You can be reminded of certain principles conducive to your own spiritual awakening by simply observing nature and its laws. You can be reminded of certain principles which are conducive to your spiritual awakening simply by observing animals. You can be reminded of certain principles which are conducive to your spiritual awakening simply by listening to another individual's life experiences. If you believe that Spirit places certain people in your path and creates certain situations providing you with the opportunity to draw a lesson from the experience, then you recognize that the divine indwelling intelligence can and will use an external means to focus your consciousness towards that, which is internal. This is the definition of an oracle, an external system through which Spirit expresses its internal workings, itself. People, animals, insects, earth, moon, sun, stars, all have lessons, and all are organs of the great oracular system called world. If one did not need these lessons that the physical plane holds for him/her, he or she would not need to be on the physical plane. Who questions the necessity of the oracle? You live in an oracle. You exist as an oracle. If your spirit existed before this incarnation, if it was that which facilitated the union of sperm and ovum, if after death, it departs from the physical vehicle, then the temporary physical vehicle can consciously be referred to as external from the spirit. The spirit operates through this vehicle and utilizes it as a tool towards union with the source. Spirit expresses itself on the physical plane through this external tool. This tool in its component parts, organs, chakra centers, is thus oracular. If God fashions the world and the world is oracle, if you are of God, then you fashion an oracular world. You have the right and the responsibility. You set the parameters. Allow your divinity to express itself through those parameters. Those who recognize that wisdom is accessible to all through oracle, are those who can no longer escape accountability for their actions.